down throws.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Fielded at the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Richardson looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10, back to the air with Richardson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Duvernay in motion. Now it's Richardson. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devin Duvernay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. There goes Green. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stroud. Taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They go play action with Richardson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Richardson. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Yeah, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
65 cash, go!
Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Check smash.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Three.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go, start!
1st and 10. It's Stroud. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Check go.
Now a give, right side. Green. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. That's deep for Duvernay. It got his man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Zamir White taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Texans nothing. Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Come on, come on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Got it. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Cowboy 80.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
To number 14, Alec Pierce. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Drop 60. Drop 60.
3 on the play. First down.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 33 yards on the play.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run once more with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here we go, here we go.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
A first down carry for Davis. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They'll start with the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Richardson will keep it once again. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Richardson going to change the play here.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hey, check that, street.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gay is on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
The score, Colts 35, Texans nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
18 Cardinal.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Stroud to throw it. Taking a shot for Dell here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Rattler. Panther Street.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. He sets to fire deep. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On third down, here's Richardson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Schwartz, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Colts 42, Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
In motion right, that's Dell. On second down now. It's Green. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. In this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the bootleg, Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And so much of football is about mismatches, and here they're going to line their running back out wide to the right, and I think defensively there's a little indecision. They weren't quite sure how they wanted to defend that, and they weren't able to until he was way downfield.
They'll roll him out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he gets it down to the 32.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Stroud on 3rd down now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And quickly they get to the line. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's got Pierce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Richardson going to shift things up. To throw is Richardson. Throwing on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They run straight ahead here with White. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run with Bawden. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Gay's kick is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Open man is Noah Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Rolling to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Quiddy Pay bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Let's go now.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. Touchdown Colts. Jelani Woods. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. On the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard
Two.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
Got a man, it's Brown. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and a couple. And Stroud now to throw.
He's going deep for Brown.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mustang 19.
Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Flushed out right.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
2 yards to go, second down. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Ready.
They turn to Taylor on fourth. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance. You lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious. I feel my rats. You ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit.